All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday. God bless everybody in Jesus' name. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. As the title of the video says, man, what does the title of the video say anyway? It says, looking for the next big trade, baby, because yeah, we're about to get another move, and as the thumbnail of the video says, I shorted the exact bottom. And yeah, I shorted the exact bottom, guys. Check it out. Short trade open from the exact bottom. And here's something else, guys. BLOFIN right now, not only are we offering 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, and a chance to win all these juicy prizes, but BLOFIN is going to give 10 people $100 to trade with. And we're going to be doing some juicy giveaways this week and next week, giving away $100. So make sure to use my link to sign up to BLOFIN for a chance to win $100, okay? Shorting the exact bottom in the red right now. We're going to see what happens, guys, as the Bitcoin price is doing some consolidation down here. We're going to be giving, look, if we get 2,000 likes in the first half hour, we'll give away $1,000. All right? Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Shout out to Rymo Trades. He says, dang, gotta keep up the likes. Shout out to Rakesh B. What is the girl sound in the background? That's on the track. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Sent himself a super chat. Worst way to launder money. And I gotta give a major shout out to Jason Casper for the super chat. God bless you, Jason Casper. He says, like the dang stream for many giveaway opportunities. That's right, guys. That is right. Like the dang stream for many giveaway opportunities. Right now, in the pinned comment and description, the BLOFIN exchange is currently offering 10 people $100 if you sign up using Jason Casper's affiliate link. So I got to give a major shout out to Jason Casper for the dang super chat. Thank you, my friend Jason Casper, for the super chat. Who else we got in chat today? Shout out to Dome Life. Shout out to Cyrus. Shout out to Epong TV. He says, is that the first time seeing you short the bottom? Yeah, you know, I shorted the bottom, man. I shorted the exact bottom. Let's check it out. The exact bottom I shorted. Shout out to Crypto Coons. He says, take charge of your destiny and start learning to trade profitably. Join the Casper Crew VIP Discord. That's true. If you're looking for the best trading community in the world, check out the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where every single day we got multiple instructors giving you their levels, giving you their trade setups. Just like this juicy long trade you see right here, setup given well in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. You can go to jasoncaspertrading.com to join the dang community. All right, let's pop on over to the Bitcoin chart, guys, because honestly, things are looking pretty juicy and interesting right now. It's a real battle between the bears and the bulls, as the Bitcoin price is currently heading up to, well, pretty major support. Pretty major support. Let's check it out. Shout out to Preparing for War. Shout out to Crypto Owl. Shout out to Jay Becker. God bless you, man. Shout out to D-Elite. No schlong. Oh, we're schlong, baby. We're in longs and shorts up in here. All right. Shout out to Abhine Varma. Granny approved. Shout out to 1000. Just in this trade now. I've been in this trade for a while, man. It's been in the red and the green and the green and the red and all that kind of stuff. Shout out to Brandon Keys. Shout out to Bruno. He says we're together in this short. All right, let's pop on over to the chart here, the Bitcoin chart, and let's discuss what's going on. So we are grinding up toward the very important level of $90,000 value area low, and this is where we will know for certain whether or not, well, we are going to form a nice bottom here, and this is simply a fake out, right? And we come back in and come back into the range, or we will maybe possibly get what's known as a rejection. All right, a rejection. What is a rejection? A rejection is like back in high school. You know that really hot girl who you had a crush on? You admired her from afar. Finally, you got the testicular fortitude to ask her on a date, and you said, beautiful hot girl, will you please be my girlfriend? Guess what? The old rejection. And of course, the self-esteem made a lower low from that point onward. And that's actually what we would expect to happen if we get a rejection. We would expect the Bitcoin self-esteem to get a little bit lower here, coming back down to retest around the 73 $0.7-ish thousand zone right here. Okay, where we could potentially see a bottom. There's a few interesting things on the chart. First of all, the weekly time frame right now for Bitcoin is about to print a green dot. And interestingly enough, a lot of assets are already printing green dots. ETH has been printing on and off a green dot. Solana looking like she wants to kind of print a green dot soon. Chainlink, maybe a green dot going on, okay? So we're potentially printing a green dot, so that could be bullish. But here's the thing about these weekly green dots. We take a look at past weekly green dots, and you know, this one here, this weekly green dot signaled the top before a lower low. This weekly green dot signaled the top before 2 weeks of downside. And even the green dot on the weekly last range that pumped us out and broke us out, that thing confirmed, and then we had literally 3 weeks of downside before the big pump. So I know we're printing a green dot, but it doesn't necessarily mean, well, that we can expect straight up from here. Now, what's really giving me some caution is this daily time frame, guys. The daily time frame is giving me a little bit of caution here. The reason why I say the daily time frame is giving me a little bit of caution is because as we are grinding up slowly in this ascending channel, we are seeing the momentum get very, very high. All right. The problem with this is that if the momentum is unable, well, I should say that if the price is unable to reclaim this previous high here, right? If it's unable to reclaim the previous high, we're going to have something known as a hidden bearish divergence. A hidden bearish divergence is when, as the price is making a lower high, the momentum is making a higher high. All right, so really we could take it from right around here and just, it's a pretty bearish looking divergence, honestly, on the daily time frame. Not the best look for Bitcoin, honestly. It's really not. So the other thing that's making me cautious is the 12-hour potentially confirming a hidden bearish divergence today. All right. In fact, it's pretty even more clear on the 12-hour. We're seeing the price unable to make a higher high. We're confirming red dots on the 12-hour. And once that 12-hour starts to confirm the red dots, it's only a matter of time before the daily also starts to confirm a red dot. And so if we're going to get a little bit of a move to the downside here, all right, well, what then do we do? What do we do? Well, I do have to be honest and say that this right here is, some people would call this just a channel. Some people might even call this a rising wedge, if we're going to draw it a little bit differently, which textbookily speaking, if you want to get scientific and read the New England Journal of Medicine and all that kind of scientific literature that people like myself like to read. Yes, every night before bed, I sit down and read the New England Journal of Medicine. That scientific literature really tickles my fancy. But I digress. Now, this, textbookily speaking, is a bearish pattern, and typically what happens is you take all the liquidity in the whole wedge. So if we're going to take the liquidity in the whole wedge, yeah, we're going to look for a long trade from a little bit lower here, right? A little bit lower. We look to take the liquidity, come down to the low 70s, and then we can look for our bounce. Because as long as we're not losing this, guys, as long as we're not losing this, I'm still remaining bullish. Now, there's another opportunity, another potential here. Please don't hear me say that we're definitely going down just because I shorted the exact bottom, and I've said so in the thumbnail, doesn't mean I think we're going straight down from here, but it's a possibility. These things also oftentimes do break out, okay? So we could also get a break to the upside from this pattern. And if we do get a break to the upside, if we take this and we go ahead and we do our measured move, you can see that's going to take us right up to our very key resistance right around $96.5 to $97,000 at the high volume node of the range, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket, the 618 Fibonacci from that high to the low. And so if this does break to the outside, to the upside, this is going to be our very important resistance where honestly, we should at least be taking major profits on our longs and or looking for shorts, because what do we know about the 618 Fibonacci? Speaking of rejections and asking out those hot girls in high school, 6 Juanita, the 618 Fibonacci, is the exact girl who I did ask out in high school. I mean, look at her. A hot blonde man with blue eyes. Whew! Smoking hot, baby. Man, is it hot in here? Well, yeah, look, I asked her on a date. I thought we were going to live happily ever after, get matching Bencoin tattoos, live in a nice little house. Well, guess what? Bencoin got delisted and she rejected me, and bam! Look at this. A big boom, bam, bomb, bang pattern. All right? absolutely scary and beary for sure, and hairy, okay? So those are like two opportunities, two potentials that potentially could happen right now. And we do also need to be aware of other levels in between, but I'd say that right now, based on this pattern right here only, if I was looking for my swing trades, I'd be looking for a long below this area or a short above this area, or at the very least, you know, if I'm in a long trade, I'm going to be taking some profits here. And if we can reclaim this, then I'm looking for new all-time highs. This area here, I'm obviously looking to long this, right? And or take profits on short trades. But here's the thing, and I think we need to, it's a good thing to always zoom out and just look at the perspective here. We're going to go to the weekly time frame. This is a very, very bullish uptrend. Okay, and throughout the entirety of this bull run so far, people say this is the worst bull run ever. Well, is it really, guys? Is it really? Okay, 614%. Look, there is the diminishing gains every bull run, but 614%, that's pretty dang good, right? So far. And so, essentially, when we look at what's happened here, every single time we form one of these ranges and then break out, you know, we either come back to back test, like look at this, in this instance, we formed a range, we broke out, we came to back test, or we don't even come close to back test, right? In this case, when we got the fake out to the downside right here, right, we got a big pump. But look at this range right here, we formed the high, then we came to back test. This range right here, we formed the high, we came to back test. And so for me, I'm looking at this level here saying, you know what? As long as we don't lose this, the pattern of the breaking out of the ranges, and at the very bearish, the most bearish case we get is to come and back test this. You know, I'm still looking for that juicy long, but if we come back inside of here, that is not good, because now we're trading back inside this old range, and this whole thing could just be looked at as a bullish fake out. Right? Now, a lot of people have been, well, let's take, for example, let's invert the screen here. All right, let's just invert the Bitcoin chart, okay? If we were to invert the Bitcoin chart, what would we be looking for here, right? Let's just be honest. If this was the Bitcoin chart and we were really in this downtrend, we would all say to ourselves, if we reclaim this, that's extremely bullish, and we would then look for a move back up to, you know, back inside the range, maybe even to the golden pocket at $51,000, or maybe to the 786 at 35. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but everyone in their mind would be saying, look, it's an inverted head and shoulders pattern. It's bullish, right? Okay, this is the upside down Bitcoin chart, okay? So I'm not bearish, I'm not bullish, I'm just here to say we can't lose $70,000. That's not a good look for Bitcoin, okay? That would really make it seem like we just had a support. We did a fail, basically like a failed auction here, right? Well, not really a failed auction, but you know what I mean. And then we get the move back inside and come back up, okay? I'm just throwing it out there. So this is why $70,000 is such an important level. Now, just because we're losing this doesn't mean the bear market's necessarily here either, because we could do something like this, right? Come up to this zone and then get that move back, okay? I do want to look at what happened previously in the previous bull market. If we put the scale back to normal here, you know, the previous bull market, as we were getting the move to the upside, or we get the move, we range, 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 we get the move. Now we're coming back down, we're losing this, okay? And we just came to backtest pretty much the bottom of this previous range that we were forming, right? So there's a good chance that if we're losing 70K, well, we come down and we're in this old range and we come to the bottom and then we get the big break and then we can go for another all-time high. But it's going to take a little bit longer than if we just hold this area here. We could see things happen very, very quickly. April, May, June, we could see bullish, bullish, bullish. All right, but this is really decision time for Bitcoin, and it's taking a lot longer than what people like, because ever since we made this low back here on the 11th of March, we had this slow and painful grind this what looks to be a bearish pattern, but it's very ambiguous. When we take a look at the order flow today, it has been the ultimate flop and grope show, okay? Because when we lost VWAP today, we saw about 20-something million longs opening up at the low, immediately getting trapped underwater, massively bearish CVD divergence coming in here, right? Extremely bearish CVD divergence here. Then we start to see a bullish CVD divergence right down here. So first we're seeing longs being absorbed, then we're seeing shorts being absorbed. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin price is literally the same now as it was this morning. It's pretty crazy. The price has not moved at all. It's pretty sad actually. It's a little bit depressing. It's so dang depressing that I shorted the exact bottom, which is in the title of the thumbnail. And not only did I short the exact bottom, but I do have to give a major shout out to BLOFIN, because not only are they offering 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, but they are generously giving away $100 to 10 of you guys. If you use my link to create an account and your user ID is selected, then yeah, you will win $100 for free. That's pretty cool. 10 people. All right, so make sure to sign up using my link, because this week and next week we're going to have 10 opportunities for this giveaway. Actually, 5 of them will be live on YouTube. 5 of them will be exclusively for the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right, so if you want more chances to win, make sure to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord. You can do that by going to jasonstratham.com and join the community, where we have multiple instructors giving their setups like this one for this juicy long trade that I'm currently in from the low, setup given in advance. Also, obviously, guys, I'm still trading on MEXC. Best deal on fees, link in the pinned comment description, and all that kind of stuff. All right. So this is the deal right now with Bitcoin. Let's check it out. Let's see what's happening right now in the moment. With Bitcoin, we got 1,400 people now. It's only 400 likes. Now look, I took a week off, guys. Now I was getting about 2,700 viewers per stream before the week off. Now the algorithm needs to be regarnered. All right, the support needs to come back. So that's why the likes are so high. We were getting 1,000 likes per stream easy. I think we gave away like $7,000 one week, over the course of 2 weeks. We gave away like $7,000. And so now it's 2,000 likes in half an hour. So we got to get the viewership back. We got to get the likes back. The way we're going to do that is by you liking the stream, sharing the stream on MySpace, on your Zanga accounts, on your AIM Instant Messenger to all your friends. Make sure to change your away message on AOL Instant Messenger to make sure to go like and subscribe to Jason Casper. We got to smash up all the likes and the algorithms and all this stuff again. All right. So let's zoom in now. We're going to go down to the 1 hour chart. And as the Bitcoin price is forming this kind of little range, I mean, we did have a triangle this morning which broke to the downside. All right, as we were forming this right here, you can see we've broken down, we back tested. We're potentially getting another move to the downside. When we take a look at market Cipher, we don't really necessarily have the most bearish divergences in the world. We had a little bit of bearish div right here. Now we're seeing money flow and momentum come down. This yellow oscillator here looks like she wants to just continue to the downside a little bit. All right, it's very ambiguous. Nobody really knows what the heck is going on. But here are the key levels locally that I'm looking for. First of all, we go ahead, look at the volume of this sideways range here. All right. The level of most interest to me, actually, is this high volume node right here at around 84,000. 84,000, super key. One of the reasons why is because it's the high volume node of this entire range. Okay, basically ever since we broke down from the macro range, being, you know, our $90,000 low, ever since we broke down from here, the majority of the volume has been at the $84,000 level. And so therefore, $84,000 right now is going to be very, very key for a potential bounce if we come down for a retest. In addition to this, if we pull our fib from that last swing low to the high, you can see that we have ourselves our Fibonacci 618 level, also right there at $84,000. In addition to this, we do have the CME futures gap from the weekend right here will be filled at around $84,300. All right, so we do have a CME gap still. You can see the Friday candle closed. I'm sorry, that gap will be filled at right around $84,000. That candle closed right here, 83,955. And so we have multiple confluences right now for that $84,000 level to give us a local bounce. Okay, so if this little uptrend is going to continue here, and we're going to continue to see the respect of the higher lows and the higher highs, you know, if we take the trend line from this wick right here, and we connect these wicks right here, you can see that actually now it's not good confluence at all. So disregard what I was going to say. Yesterday, that would have been a really nice confluence. But now we don't really see that, all right? That's actually interesting. If we do come down to $84,000, we're actually going to be breaking now this trend line. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not looking the best. But yeah, I do have to say 84K is very, very key. So if we lose this back test, I'm going to be looking for 84K for the fake out and then the breakout. All right, that's what I'm going to be looking for. And of course, right now, if we get a move to the upside, the $90,000 level is super important. So if you see that we're coming up here and then we can't hold here, we lose it, for me, that's a sign that we're probably going to come back down to the lows again. All right, because we do have ourselves a nice sideways range right here. We have the value area high of the local range, the value area low of the macro range. We've got ourselves a clear area of resistance, and then that would probably take us back down toward the lows, which could be, well, I'm not going to say. You guys can see for yourself. Here's the thing. I'm just going to show you the chart. I'm not going to say the price numbers because then people start to dislike the video. And we're trying to get the dang likes up so that we can give away $1,000. And also, just a quick reminder, remember that BLOFIN is offering 10 people a $100 bonus if you sign up using the link in the pinned comment and description of the video. All right, we got to give some shout outs to the chat right now, as we are currently short from the exact bottom here. Live, baby. Shout out to our pink, the old fakey breaky. Absolutely. You want to long chicken eggs, says Matt B. I love chicken eggs. I had myself about 20 of them for breakfast. How do you long or short VPOCs most of the time and they don't hold for me? You got to have confluence at the points of control. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Shout out to Martin Op 10. Where's the stop loss? There is no stop loss. Ha 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 ha. Shout out to Jordan who shared in MSN. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump here. The short from the exact bottom is still in the green by $12. Let's check out order flow and see what's happening here. Well, we had an extremely bearish CVD right here. Then we start to form a bullish CVD right here. Now we're starting to see a little bit of nothing, all right? Decrease of open interest. A little bit of nothing here, guys. You know, maybe my short from the exact low is going to get stopped out above the 786. We'll have to see, all right? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. This is very interesting. I mean, guys, this is literally the most interesting and most fun I've ever had watching price action ever in my life, okay? Yeah, 20 eggs, a giant pile of yummy for sure. Look, when you have chickens, you got to eat eggs. What was my confirmation to short? Well, my confirmation to short code-in was really that bearish CVD that we were forming here after like a breakdown and a retest of this triangle. And really just, I don't know. It's a low probability trade. Honestly, it's a low probability trade. It has a very low chance of working out. But if we are going to come down to our $84,000 level, then for me, look, it's a low risk, high reward trade. Low risk, high reward, but low probability as well. So I'm basically looking to do something like this. Let's see here. That's not right. Yeah, I'm looking to really do something like this. It's like a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio, give or take. And so, yeah, that's basically what I'm looking to do. It's a low probability, meaning the chances of it working out are not good, but the risk is very low and the reward is very high. So even though the chances of it working out are low, the risk to reward ratio is good, and it's, I figured, what the heck, man? You know, what the heck? That's a good reason to take a trade, right? I mean, what the heck? I mean, I've been looking at the price for 3 days. It hasn't moved. It has got to do something. So, I mean, like, you know, there's a 50% chance it goes down. So, sheesh, man. This price action will drive a man insane, let me tell you. Sheesh, man. CBD gets invalidated very quickly, especially on low timer. Actually, Bybit CBD is actually pretty dang accurate, man. So I don't know what kind of CBD you're smoking, but the kind of CBD we smoke out here at the homestead, it works every time. Sometimes. All right. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Exactly. All right. What time frame do I like to use CBD on? Yeah, I typically like to use it on the 15-minute and below. 15-minute and below. All right. So the 15-minute and below. Am I still on good terms with President Trump? I did speak to him just before the stream, and this is what he had to say.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
So yeah, I'd say we're still on good terms, me and Trump, you know. Me and Trump are still on good terms. We've all felt the FOMO before, Jason. Especially when price action is like this. Yeah, seriously, man. Do the pump wrap. We got to do something to get this price action moving. We got to do something to get this price action moving. We got to do something to get this price action moving. The 1 hour looks like she wants to give us a bottom. This is literally what in the world? 12-minute money flow looking bearish. You know, what in the world? All right. We'll have to do some kind of a pump wrap. All right. Yeah. Hey yo, Bitcoin. When she trades sideways, this is what we do. Yeah. Bitcoin, why you gotta trade sideways? Bitcoin, why you acting so gay? Bitcoin, don't you know we never come to play? Give it to you straight, we never give it to you gay. Ayy. My name is Trade Master J. We're coming to the treadmill like we did yesterday. Don't you know we're always serious, we never play. So dang hungry and we're coming just to eat from trades. Go outside in the garden digging with the spades. Next thing you know we're looking like the nice Blue Jays. Yeah, talking about the baseball team. The Bitcoin is sideways, you know what I mean. Next thing you know we come up to the top. Hopefully we don't pop and then we drop. Hit the spot, you know we're coming back around to the very top. Come back down, you know we gotta hit the spot. Oh my goodness, do you hear it? I just heard a pop balloons going off like you know we're gonna take the top. Yeah, and then I look to the left, the Bitcoin price, what's she gonna do next? And then oh snap, gotta look to the right, the bears and the bulls in a fight. You know it's not trite, cause every single day they do it right, they're never wrong. Because they're coming just to spite each other like another brother. Next thing you know they do it better than the other, cause we're coming to the order flow. Gotta look at XO charts, got the blue and purple candles like a nice work of art. Oh snap, I got a fart, got the gas coming out from behind, it goes so fast. Can you even hear it? It's so loud. It's the sound of the Bitcoin pound. As we're coming back down into the ground underneath the VWAP, you know we only stay proud, cause we are so proud we're never embarrassed. The Bitcoin price, the bulls come to harass the bears. You know we're trying to assault them. Bitcoin looking like she wants to pulse them. Yeah, now the beat turns around. Bitcoin price doesn't make a sound. Going sideways every single day, you know we never play. You know we're coming up to the very same day. Like outside when we looked in the street, you know know we're walking only on our feet. We got the treadmill coming down, the treadmill going up, the incline 3.0 mph up. Yeah, gotta burn all the calories when we trade. Don't you know the Bears and Bulls, they never play? Gotta give a shout to my man Donald J. Trump. Hopefully he says something to make us pump. All he has to do is say the word crypto, but he never does it. What the heck does he know? Never sell your Bitcoin, that's what they say. Maybe he said he might sell it anyway. Just kidding, got the strategic reserve. The Bitcoin price, man, baby, what a nerve. Oh. All right, that did pump it a little bit, guys. That did pump it a little bit. But do a dump song. All right, we got some curvature coming on the 12-minute time frame. Let's take a look at some other assets here. Let's look at ETH. So ETH actually, believe it or not, is actually looking nicer than Bitcoin here, because ETH locally has just printed a bullish divergence, taking the low on the 12-minute time frame. If we go to the daily for ETH, a few very interesting things. First of all, I'd say what's super important right now for ETH is a potential reclaim of 2,094. If we can actually get a reclaim of, let's say, $2,100, that will start to look very, very bullish. That will start to look like a fake out of the lows. Look at how key this level is, by the way. I mean, this is the bear market resistance, the bull market support. And if we go ahead and we take our fib from the bear market bottom to the current bull market top, it's also the Fibonacci golden pocket right there. And what else is very interesting about that level is the fact that if we pull this, depending on how you want to draw this, right? Because you could draw this in a few different ways now, given our current WEEX. If you're going to draw it on the WEEX like this, it's also that trend line. We could also just fudge it up a little bit like this. Potentially, we could be looking for something like this. All right, we get the reclaim, we get the retest, we come up, continue with the bullish market structure. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. If we cannot reclaim 2,100, then we do need to be aware of the high volume node of the bear market, confluence with the 786. That's going to be our next fib level. That's going to be coming in around 1,600 to around 1,550 right there. And so if Bitcoin's going to make a lower low, if Bitcoin's going to come and take its low, we would expect ETH to do the same. So if Bitcoin's going to come down to like 73-ish, then ETH will probably be coming down to this area here. And honestly, you know what's crazy is I bought a lot of my spot ETH when we were around, let's just say like around 1,300. This is only $300 more expensive than when I bought my ETH in the bear market. I might actually buy a little more here. I actually might buy some spot ETH if we're coming down to the $1,500 level. But if the bull market continues, and I believe it will, you know, isn't that how you're supposed to trade, based on belief? Then this could be, I mean, this really does have the potential, guys, to be a massive trade. Even if we give it a little bit more playing room here, right? Even if we take it down to the 886, this has the potential to be a massive trade on ETH, like for a spot play. And it's just like it is for Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin's going to hold the previous range high, then I would expect ETH to also hold this very key support. In which case, because I'm still expecting the bull market to continue, this is really nice, a really nice opportunity. Of course, another opportunity on ETH would have to be a reclaim of 2,000 backtest, because, you know, remove the trend line for a second here. This is extremely important support resistance split. We're talking going all the way back to 2021. We're talking 4-year level, a 4-year level right here at $2,000. So a reclaim and a backtest of a 4-year level, something like this, for me, I mean, at the very least, that's a very bullish sign. A very bullish sign. All right, let's take a quick look at Solana. But before we do, I got to clear up the chart just a bit here. Do I believe ETH will get to new highs? Yeah, I do. I do, the Jin. I really do believe that ETH will see new highs. The reason I believe ETH will see new highs is because I just cannot fathom that this was it. Like, I just can't. I can't fathom that. So perhaps it's just my own naivety. But I don't think we've seen, the fact that it hasn't even hit its previous bull run all-time high, an asset like Ethereum, that's crazy to me. That really is crazy to me. I'm sorry. So yeah, maybe it's more of just a fundamental reason here. But yeah, I think that all things considered here, I've never once in my life seen a bull market where the top had so much bearish sentiment. I mean, honestly, everybody's so dang bearish right now. Even like major crypto YouTube people and stuff are bearish here. So I think we need to just get everybody feeling like, okay, the bull market's over, and then we can get that last big pump. All right, that's how I'm feeling about it, and I could be wrong, right? But that's how I'm going to continue to manage my ETH portfolio here. All right, so let's take a look at Sol. ETH did make a new low when Bitcoin went to 15K. Any thoughts? Yeah, my thought on that is I would say that the bear market bottom happened in June 2022, and then the FTX FUD kind of gave us that lower low. Very similar to how I am of the opinion that the bull market top last cycle, based on how the dollar behaved and everything that was happening with just the stock market in general, I believe the actual top of the cycle happened here in April of 2021. But then we made that higher high, and that was the price high, right? This was the cycle top, this was the price top. So same thing here. I think that this was the cycle bottom, this was the price bottom. And then as soon as we reclaim that, boom, baby, it was off to the races. So that's my thoughts on that. Let's take a look at Sol. So Sol, simply trading the range. We've come down to value area low. We're getting a bounce. We're getting a rejection from the point of control. So obviously, there's two scenarios. Either the low is in or the low is not in. If the low is not in, all right, then the next place I would be looking for a bounce would be coming to take the overall low of this range here at around 109. You know, I'm just being honest. If Bitcoin's going to go for the low and ETH is going to go for the low, then we could expect Sol to also go for the low. We can take a fib. Where's that fib from? Let's see, where did we pull that from? Where did I pull that from? Was it all the way down here? Wow, we already punctured. No, hang on. From that low. Wow, we're already bouncing from the 618. That's nuts. Okay, all right, okay. All right, well, never mind then. Let's put on our 0.65 here. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'd be interested maybe in taking this low at around 109. That would be the next place for Sol. And, you know, again, we also need to be aware of the 786 and this liquidity that we have over here. Just like support resistance flip, right? In case of a very bearish scenario, the retest of this little consolidation that we made here is also going to be a very important level. But right now, in the immediate, if Bitcoin's going to come for the low again, if ETH is going to come for the low again, so I'd be keeping my eyes on this low. I mean, on this level, taking out this low back here from the 5th of August. Right, the 5th of August. Speaking of that, let's check on seeing how my short from the exact bottom is doing right now. What the heck? What just happened? Give me 1 second here. What just happened here? What did I do? How do I get rid of this? There you go. Yeah, let's check out how my short from the exact low is doing here. I shorted the exact bottom on Bitcoin. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. But yeah, here we go, baby. Shout out to Ultra Chad. Guys, just to let you know, BLOFIN, not only are they offering 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, a chance to win all these prizes if you use my link, but they are also going to give 10 people $100 who sign up using the link that's in the pinned comment and description of this video. So if you want to be eligible for that giveaway, which we are going to be doing live on these YouTube streams this week, next week, then make sure to sign up to BLOFIN using my link. You got nothing to lose. You only have to gain $100. All right, you don't even have to trade. You just sign up, keep track of your user ID, because that's how we're going to be determining who gets the $100 to trade with. All right. Also, guys, if you want to trade, very low fees, MEXC, link in the pinned comment description. WEEX, link in pinned comment description. And BLOFIN, those are pretty much my 3 exchanges. And of course, ANTARCTIC, decentralized exchange, lowest fees. That's also there. All right, so let's go back to, we got someone in the chat here that I want to talk to. Who did I want to talk to in the chat? Giga Chad? Where's Giga Chad? Was it Giga Chad? Ultra Chad. Ultra Chad says, what do you think about the downward trend line sold as respected since the 4th of February? Maybe a breakout. The downward trend line since the 4th of February. This? I mean, I would even be looking at this, to be honest with you. I would be looking even at this, man. This downward trend line that we've had since like January. Yeah, a breakout of this would be bullish. It would be super bullish. So it's just like, you know, it's like everything, man. We can only plan for our levels on the chart. So if we do break out, back test this, then that will have to flip my bias bullish. But until we can do that, we're going to have to be saying, look, if we can't reclaim this, we're looking to take the low. If we do, this is a valid long entry, all right? It's a valid long. We get a break and a back test there. Man, that is a valid long. That's a valid long because we do have the bullish divergences at these lows, right? We have the bullish divs. We have the momentum. We just don't have that price action confirmation yet. Just don't have that price action confirmation yet. You know? All right. Guys, we're going to take a quick intermission. And we'll be right back. All right? Quick intermission. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, man. We're back. Not only are we back, but we're better than ever. All right. Am I shorting? Yes, I'm in a short from the exact bottom. I'm in a short from the exact bottom. It's in the red right now. Short from the exact bottom in the red. Shout out to Sudeep. Shout out to Felix H. Shout out to HFG. God bless you, my man. Preparing for war needs C4. Bro, be careful with that C4, man. I wrecked myself on that C4, honestly. I wrecked myself with C4. We're going to be going down for the next week. The target is 70K. The liquidity going towards 67, says the crypto ebook. Yeah, so if we don't continue with this move to the upside, that's exactly where we're looking for the next long trade. Shout out to Jack. You're right. Don't show if it's in the red. Wait till the green. You're right. Let me fix that real quick here. Alright, working me is in a long on Bitcoin and ETH based on the 6-minute chart. Let's check it out. We got that bullish divergence for sure right here. Yeah. It looks good. Let's check out order flow. I mean, it's so weird. We had bearish CVD, we had bullish CVD, and now we just have a downtick of open interest. This is the weirdest. This is such weird price action, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is some weird price action. All right, I'll lie. This is not weird at all. This is not weird at all. C4 is trash. Nowadays, the only pre-workout I use, guys, is black coffee. All right, I like my coffee the same way I like my women. Means I like my coffee without facial hair. But I do enjoy my coffee dark. And yeah, I messed myself up taking some of those pre-workouts, man, back in the day. I really did. Can we check grass? Yeah, let's check grass. What do we have to lose right now? Let's go to a higher term time frame here. Wow, grass. What a cool looking chart, huh? What a cool looking chart, grass, man. I have to be honest about grass here. We're trading in sideways range right now, and I'll be honest. Like, I kind of like this level right down here, $1.15. If I was looking for a long, I mean, we've got ourselves a pretty clearly defined support resistance flip right here. This is right now our current resistance. You know, I would be interested in grass if we came down to here. Money flow's coming up. Get a nice little thing like this. You know, nice bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man move pattern there on grass. That could be nice. That'd be the place I'd look for on grass. What is grass anyway? What is grass? Let's search for it here. What is grass? Is there info? Here we go. All right, they're scraping petabytes for AI models. Oh, cool. Yeah, I totally know what that is. Earn rewards for sharing their unused internet bandwidth. Oh, nice. Look at the technology. Ooh, advanced system. Sovereign data rollup. Sounds delicious. Reminds me of Fruit by the Foot. Fruit by the Foot. You guys remember Fruit by the Foot? Yeah, that's an interesting place for grass. How did I mess myself up on C4? Well, in two ways. The first way is insane insomnia, because I would work out in the afternoon and at night. And you know how it is when you're with your friends back in your early 20s. You know, snorting that pre-workout. And, you know, so and also it would make me crash so hard. Like, I would have the most insane euphoria in the gym, you know, doing bicep curls and chest flies only. Every single day, and then I would crash like crazy and feel horrible but not be able to sleep. And then I actually got an allergic reaction to C4. This obviously only applies to me, but I got these itchy welts all over my skin. I don't know what it was. I thought I was getting bit by spiders or something. But turns out I was just allergic to C4. You know? Yeah, Jack 3D. Alright, we got a super chat in the house. Shout out to Matthew Sheldon. Jack 3D was the crazy stuff. Didn't that get banned? Didn't Jack 3D get banned? Or something like that? The beta alanine, is that what made you feel tingly? I don't know. I just drink coffee now. Black coffee, that's all I need. A cup of black coffee. And, yeah, I can push myself hard, man. Those full body workouts, that's where it's at. If you're not working out full body, that means you're doing a split. No explode equals explosive diarrhea. C4 feels like you're stealing from tomorrow to feel good now. Shout out to Valerie, aloha, and God bless you. Yeah, for sure. You're stealing from your dopamine, I guess. Anything that makes you feel too good, you're gonna have to pay for that, right? You're gonna have to pay for that. All right. Bitcoin's gonna pump. I hope so. I hope so, you know. I'm really hoping that this long trade that I'm in right now, from the exact bottom setup given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, I'm really hoping that this one pumps up to our next level at 97,000. That's what I'm hoping for, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Alright. Alright, y'all. What do you say? What do you guys say? Let me know in the chat what you say. Tell me what you need to tell me in the chat. Alright? Tell me what you need to tell me right now in the chat. In the chat, tell me what you need to tell me. What do you say? I need to know. I need advice from you guys. We've been short from the exact bottom. CryptoFace take 130k on Sui and he's not satisfied. Is he live now? Alright, so CryptoFace made 130k on Sui. Shout out to CryptoFace. What do you guys need to tell me? I've been improving so much on rapping. Well, thanks, man. Shout out to Fidgetinus618. He needs to tell me boring range. Christopher says, eat a good diet and get good sleep and pre-workout won't be necessary. It's not necessary, but it is fun. That's for sure. I quit coffee last year. I quit it cold turkey. I didn't drink coffee for like 2 months, and I felt great. Not gonna lie, I felt great. But there's something about the drug of caffeine before a workout that you just can't beat that. You know, you just can't beat that. Levon, he says, first time watching, so I could reply without a sub, but the rap was really fire. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That is actually not one of my best, you know. Who's the richest trader I know? Well, I don't really go around inspecting other traders' wallets, man. So I'm not sure. But based on, like, public amounts of trade size, it's hard to say. Because, I don't know, I can only go based by YouTubers. You know? Tea can replace coffee. I just love coffee in general, right? I like the taste. I like the smell. I like the way it brews in the morning. The sound and the smell of it just puts me in a good mood. I'd like that first sip. This is how I drink coffee. You guys see that? That first sip. You know, it always gives me a heart full of thankfulness. I always praise the Lord whenever I take that first sip. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for this cup of coffee. Coffee raises cholesterol unless it's paper filtered. I don't know. Look, man, I eat 20 eggs a day, all right? My cholesterol is not raised from the coffee, all right? Yeah, black coffee, that's what's up. Suhaib highly believes 89K was the higher low on the weekly time frame, Jay. We're not supposed to break 50K to ensure market structure change. I hear you, man. I absolutely hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah, shout out to Jack, yes. What the heck? This is how you drink coffee. What do I think about the monthly and 3-month market cipher B? The monthly and 3-month market cipher B. Bearish, man. I mean, it's bearish. What can I say? We have a bearish divergence confirmed on the monthly. Let's check out the 3-month here. I don't even use the 3-month. That's crazy. That's a high time frame, man. Oh, we got to go to a different, we got to go to, Coinbase bear div on the 3-month. Man, scary, scary stuff. Yep, it's bearish. But look, you have bearish things forming the entire way. Like, for example, this was our all-time high. We had a bear div on the monthly, but then that wasn't our all-time high. You know, these high time frames take a long time to play out. During the bull run, you're going to have bear divs the whole way, right? You're going to have bear divs the whole way. How long have I been religious? I've been following Jesus since 2012. I've been following the Lord since 2012. Cholesterol is good for you, says Mike Menser. Well, it depends who you ask, Mike Menser. You know? Actually, what's funny is I'm pretty sure Mike Menser would say cholesterol is bad for you. I don't know him. Sadly, he's passed away. I can't ask him. But just based on the things I've heard, I feel like he would be like... He wouldn't be a proponent of high cholesterol. Yeah, it's so funny. There's so many different philosophies about cholesterol, whether it's good or bad for you. Who even knows, man? I don't know. I just like to eat eggs, and they make me feel good. They make me strong. And, you know, I raise my own eggs, so I gotta eat them. You know what I'm saying? The second red dot called the top every cycle on the monthly time frame. Yeah, this is, well, you're right. You're right. What can I have nothing to say to that. You're right. You're absolutely right. I guess I just don't consider. You're right, man. You know what? This is blowing my mind right now. This is blowing my mind right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! You're right. Well, the top's in. There you have it, guys. There you have it. Yeah, Mike Menser said eat more carbs and protein. Yeah, I've heard him say stuff like that. He's like, and what do you think muscle's made of? Mike Menser talks like this. What do you think muscle's made of? People think it's made of protein. Wrong. It's made of water. And what do you hear when you hear the word carbohydrate? The last part of that word hydrate means water. So if you want your muscles to be big, you gotta fill them up with water. Gotta get in your carbohydrates. You know what? Mike Menser's right, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I love carbohydrates. I eat me like, I don't know. How many carbs did I eat yesterday? Yesterday I ate 825 grams of carbohydrates. Oh man. I had 5,800 calories yesterday, guys. Alright, I ate a lot yesterday. You know, I track all my food. I'm very neurotic. I keep track of all my calories on MyFitnessPal. Yesterday, 5,800 calories, 825 carbs, 180 fats, and 308 proteins. Man, I was hungry yesterday. I was hungry. I was very hungry. Very, very underfed. I spent a week on the road where I was eating very, very, very little. And then when I got back, I was hitting the weights hard, man. And it's just this hunger. I wasn't even full after that. I went to bed hungry. I told my wife I want to have a snack right now, but it's so late. I don't want to eat this close to bed because, like, I know I won't sleep as good. But it's crazy. I was hungry after that, man. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that wild? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Jason Casper, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you eat that much food? How do you eat so little food? Do I ever do fasts? Yeah, all the time. I do at least one 24-hour fast a week. Usually one 48 to 72-hour fast a month. But how do you eat 5,000 calories? It's not that hard, man. I mean, it's really not. Yeah, carbs equals glycogen in the muscles, for sure. How do you eat that much? One bite at a time, my friend. One bite at a time. Let's head back to our short from the exact bottom here. Short from the exact bottom. Let's see. This is the most boring price action, man. Yeah, most people eat a lot more calories than they know. Do I ever drink? Yeah, the first thing I do in the morning is drink a big old glass of water and coffee. What do I drink on the fasts? Do I work out on the day? Sometimes I'll work out on the morning of a fast and then fast after that. So, yeah, I'll typically work out on but it has to be, I can't work out if it's a 48-hour fast or more. I'm not going to work out after a day of fasting. It's a waste of a workout. But I'll definitely work out the first day of a fast and then fast the rest of the day, maybe the next day. Yeah, for sure. You only gain weight if you eat 4,000 to 6,000 calories a day. What's my target for the short? Well, this is a very, I'd say, low probability short. There's actually a pretty good chance that I might actually hop into a long soon on stream. Like, if we come down to this area, I might actually, because we're building some bull divs. If we start to do this, I might actually just close the short and flip long. Can I flip this? Reverse. Yeah, I can reverse it. Yeah, I might hit the reverse button, baby. I might hit that reverse button right here. You know, I might hit that reverse button. I'll have to see. Why do they call it a fast and not a starve? I don't really think it's a starve. What's my maintenance calories? I think my maintenance calories is probably about 4,500, about 4,500. I've been maintaining my weight on about 4,500 calories for like over 6 years. And it averages out. I don't restrict my calories, but I do count them. So I eat as much as I want, but I track it. I eat to satiety, and I track it. And sometimes I eat to a little bit more than satiety. But you gotta understand, look, I'm here on the treadmill right now, guys. Like, you know, sometimes I'll get like 25, 30,000 steps if I'm streaming a lot in a day. I lift heavy weights. I'm 6'2", right? I'm a big guy. Also, I know this sounds crazy to people. This is gonna sound crazy to a lot of people. This goes against everything you're gonna hear on the internet. This is straight up anecdotal bro science, but if you eat a lot of food, you burn more calories. I mean, if you eat a little food, you're gonna burn little calories. If you eat a lot of food, you'll burn a lot of calories. If you're eating whole foods, I'm not talking about Doritos and ice cream. I'm talking about like eggs and avocados and beef, chicken and fish, and quinoa and millet and buckwheat, sweet potatoes and all that stuff, fruits and vegetables. Man, you'll burn a lot. Cheese, yogurt, milk, rice. You eat more, you burn more. I mean, I don't know. It's just how I remember back in the day, I used to try and stay lean by eating little calories. I'm way leaner now eating this much food. I'm leaner than I've ever been in my life, eating like 4,500 calories a day. I used to try and keep it under 3,000, man. I'd be so dang hungry. You know why? It's because you can't work out when you're underfed like that. When you have all that energy in your system, you go to hit the weights, something happens. There's some kind of output that you can do when you have that much fuel in your body that you can't do when you're always trying to cut, be lean. Like this morning, I had a crazy workout. Woke up at like 4 in the morning. Hit the weights. And I was shocked at how strong I was, you know? It's from all those calories yesterday. Let's see if we come down to our level. Ooh, organic sourdough bread. That sounds great, man. That sounds great. That sounds great. Am I a fan of oatmeal? I am not a fan of oatmeal, Calamity. It makes me feel like garbage. It makes me so tired. Like when I eat oatmeal, why is it called breakfast? Because you're breaking your fast, man. Oh, shout out to you. You're a citizen of Palu, huh? Yeah, when I eat oatmeal, it makes me tired. You know, I used to eat it every single day. I ate it every single day for years. I would eat it dry. I would eat it dry and cooked and overnight and all this. It used to be like my favorite, right? But yeah, it makes me feel not so great, so I stopped eating it. Pretty much the only carbs I eat right now are quinoa, millet, white rice, buckwheat, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, and fruits and vegetables. I don't eat any wheat right now. I don't eat any oats. I mean, I'm not against it. Like, you know, if we were hanging out and we went out for pizza, I would eat pizza. I'm just saying, like, my normal everyday life. Legumes, like I love beans, chickpeas, garbanzos, lentils. Love that stuff. You know, love it. And I feel good eating that stuff too. Smooth going down, even more smooth coming out. Let me tell you. Do I like opium? Nah. Never tried opium. Do I like the 12-minute? Let's check out our 12-minute for a potential long here. Ooh. No, man, I don't like the 12-minute, but I do like the 6-minute. Let's check out our 6-minute here. The 6-minute looks pretty nice, honestly. Six-minute does look pretty nice. Here we go. We're getting a move down. Let's see what happens here. Remember, we're short from the exact bottom. Have I tried elk? I've had moose. Does that count? Brown rice. I never eat brown rice. I don't like it. Eat oats at night instead of the morning, says John Ploney. I'll have to give that a shot. It makes me tired, so yeah. Maybe I'll try that. You eat pizza 5 days a week? I love pizza. Do I lift fasted? Every single time I lift fasted. My body takes in nutrients the day before, so like people, like a lot of people, like I can't lift unless I've had a few meals in me. For me, if I have a few meals in me, I get tired, right? I like to lift on an empty stomach, and the food I ate yesterday is gonna fuel my workout in the morning. So I only train fasted, only. And I love it. Yeah, oats are amazing for your microbiome. I'm sure it is for some people. I took this test called Viome. You guys ever heard of Viome? You basically take a spoon, scoop up some of your crap, put it in a vial and send it in the mail to a laboratory, and they tell you what you should and shouldn't eat. And they told me to stop eating oats, and I didn't do it because I loved oats, right? But you know, I once I finally stopped eating the oats, I did feel a lot better, I'll be honest with you. So everyone's different, like, everyone is different. Alright, we're coming down to take that low. Just taking out this low on Bitget here. Whoops. Oh wait, we haven't taken out that low yet. Not yet. We haven't taken out that low yet. What is that then? Is this Bitget? No, this is not Bitget. We did take the low on Bitget. We took the low on Bitget. Yeah, we took the low on Bitget. Wait, hang on. Did we take the low on Bitget? What the heck? I don't know how to use the dang mouse. Yeah, we took the low on Bitget here. Alright. This could be a bounce here, to be honest with you. You used to wake up and eat because you didn't want to go catabolic. I remember those days. Yeah, now I eat very little. I eat a lot, but I don't eat very often, is what I mean. Like, maybe 1 or 2 meals a day. Shout out to 618. What supplements do I take? I don't take creatine. I take a multivitamin. I take calcium. I take magnesium. I take fish oil. Right now, that's pretty much it. Vitamin B12, vitamin B6. And that's about it right now. So we've taken that low on Bitget. We're trying to get a little bounce from it. The 6-minute actually looks good. The 3-minute looks actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. For a little bounce from here. Let's see. Let's check out the order flow right here. Big decrease of OI. Nothing too crazy. All right, let's see here. If we start to come above this little high here, I'm just gonna close out this trade for a dang scalp, honestly, because it's been a miserable day, and I LJ, you look only at the Bitget chart, man. You gotta look only at the Bitget chart, okay? You gotta look only at the Bitget chart. Open along here if you're tough enough. Let me see some things here. It's not a bad place to open along, to be honest with you. Let's check out our 6-minute here. We've got shorts opening up here. Oh, man. All right, I'm gonna have to. Let's see. I'll take out half the trade here. Stop loss at the entry. I'm actually going to put the stop just above this high. Trailing stop, you guys know how it is. That's what I got to do. Let's come back over to this area here. Alright, so right now we are at like an area of support. So if I start to see that we are getting a bounce and coming back above the box, I'm gonna have to FOMO into a long trade. Alright. But right now, we got ourselves in this little short scalp over here from the exact bottom. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell. Oh, and here's the thing, guys. I forgot to mention it to you. BLOFIN right now, not only are they offering 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, chance to win these prizes, but they're going to be giving away $100 to 10 of you. All right. So, yeah, $100 to 10 people if you sign up using my link. And we're going to be doing those giveaways this week and next week. So if you sign up, create an account using my link, you're eligible to win $100. I'm not sure if it works. Actually, it might even work if you have an existing account, but it has to be under my link. Otherwise, it's not. You're not eligible for the $100 giveaway. So they're going to give you $100 bonus funds to trade with for free. So all right. You know, when in doubt, let's just add a little bit more. Let's just short a little bit more here. Just open up more short. There you go. Let's see what happens here. Make sure to like, subscribe. We've got 1,800 watchers, 900 likes. If we can get the likes up to the watchers, maybe we'll just do a giveaway then. Maybe we'll just do a giveaway then. BLOFIN. Andy from Bitcoin Census. Shout out to Andy, by the way. Shout out to Andy. How do I decide where to pull Fitch range volume profiles? Just, it is what it is, man. Like, I don't know. You just have to kind of know. You just have to look with your eyes and see, you know? Really? I don't have market size. One second here, guys. All right. Shorts are made for squeezing. Faux show, faux show, faux show. Shout out to V8 Performance. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves everybody. Yes, my relationship with Jesus is the most important thing in my life. If you have Jesus, you have everything. If you don't have Jesus, you don't have anything. And that's the truth, man. That is the truth. Winner of the giveaways, we're going to be doing them starting tomorrow. You know? Starting tomorrow. But, wow, would you look at the time, man? It's already past 3 o'clock. Time flies when Bitcoin finally moves. When Bitcoin finally moves, time flies. How do I know it's the truth? Because Jesus rose from the dead, you know? He had Dozens of prophets prophesy about every little aspect of his life, everything he would do, where he would be born, his genealogical line, how he would die, when he would rise from the dead. He came claiming to be God in the flesh, and then after he died, he rose from the dead. And many, many, many people saw him, eyewitness accounts, primary, secondary accounts. That's how I know it's the truth. And the other way I know it's the truth is because he's literally changed my life. You know, he promises if you come to him, he'll fill you with his Holy Spirit and cause you to be a new creation. He will cause you to be born again as a new creation. So there's a fundamental change in who you are. So there's the experiential way that I know it's true. And then, you know, I'm going to trust the guy who claims to be God and then rises from the dead. Man, looks like we're taking a bit of a dumperoni here, huh? Alright, so we're coming down toward that weekly open $86,000 level. Like I said, if we can pop above this box, I might hop into a long. But this is a slow bleed here. A slow bleed. Candle Mafia's John Cena. You're wrong, bro. I mean, you're wrong. Jesus was worshipped as God way before Constantine. All right, the pre-existence and divinity of Jesus was believed by believers, arguably documented by the pre-Pauline creeds that go back to around like 35 AD, like maybe within a few weeks or a few months after the resurrection. All right, and this is what Scripture also clearly teaches. And if you want an in-depth teaching on that, check out the Billy Casper Bible channel. I'll post the video in the YouTube chat here. Check it out. We go through John 1 verse by verse, showing the divinity, pre-existence of Jesus. All right. Jesus made claims to divinity. John Cena Candles Mafia says John 1:1 removed a God. Go watch the video I just posted. We go deep into the Greek and explain why the only interpretation of John 1 is that Jesus himself is God. I mean, it's the only proper interpretation, my friend. All right. Jesus did also claim to be God in the Revelation. He claims to be the Almighty, the first and the last. The Lord, the Almighty, the first and the last, out of Jesus' own mouth in the book of Revelation. So, it's very important to have the right Jesus. If Jesus is not God, you got the wrong Jesus. You know? But anyway, if you want more information on that, check out the video I posted in the YouTube chat. Alright? Go into the Greek. Go into the Hebrew. When am I going to upload to the Billy Casper Bible channel again? I don't know. I need some motivation to post to it. Maybe if you guys keep spitting heresies in here, it'll motivate me to make some more videos. So keep spitting your heresies, alright? If he was God, who was he praying to or talking to? He was praying to and talking to his Father. See, the biblical God exists in a plurality of persons. There's one what and there's three who's. So God is a very complex being. He has relationship within himself. That's why God is love. You can't be love unless you have a plurality of persons to share love with, right? God is relationship within himself. That's why we are created in his image, male and female, plural. Humanity created male and female, plural, in God's image and likeness. It's because God himself, as a one being within himself, exists within a complex unity. When are we going to bounce? Well, here's the thing. Right now, we are looking for potentially a reclaim of this box to get into a long, but we've never seen it, so we're staying in our short. You know what I'm saying? Was Adam and Eve created by hermaphrodites? Maybe, I don't know. Woman was taken out of man, But it says God created man singular in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. But look, here's the truth of everything. Mankind is separated from God because of our sin. Sin is whenever creation does not act as it was created to act. Humanity was created to represent God, being created in his image and likeness. And we stopped doing that. And so there was a separation in the unity and the fellowship that mankind had with God. And because God desires relationship with us so much, he himself took on flesh. The eternal, uncreated God entered into his own creation, being born through a woman. And that humanity that he took on died to pay for the sin that humanity had committed. See, God himself came and took on humanity for the sake of humanity, to take our place. And then he rose from the dead, showing that he defeated the power that sin had over us to cause us to die. Because death is not a natural thing. As much as people want to say death is natural, death is not natural. It's not natural. Death is separation. And he promises through his death and his resurrection, if we put our faith in him, turn away from our sin, put our faith in him, he promises us to give us his Holy Spirit, cause us to be born again as a new creation, where now not only do we have eternal life, and we get to exist in the state that man was originally created to exist in, but we actually get to have victory over the sin that keeps us separated from God, where the things that you used to like, that were self-destructive to you and to others around you, you now start to hate those things. And the things of God that you know are going to benefit you and those around you, you start to like those things, and it will change your life, and you'll become a new person, right? But this is the links that God went through on our behalf. Is this a crypto or a religion channel? Well, I don't know if you've been here for a while or not. If you've been here for a while, you've seen me literally break out a Hebrew scroll. You've seen me break out the Bible. You see me break out Greek manuscripts, Hebrew manuscripts. You see me break out the Quran. You see me pray. We've talked for hours about Jesus on this channel, right? Especially when the price action is not that volatile. So, I don't know. I guess it could be a little bit of both, man. I guess it could be a little bit of both. But, I actually do really have to go, guys. I have to go. So that being said, God bless you guys. I'll see you, Lord willing, tomorrow. Peace.